today is this. So you let's see. Look at this. All these girls walking like this. This is out of order, and we're allowing it. We're letting our friends doing all this. All this wickedness out here, and we see no problem in it. God said, do not prostitute thy daughter. That's what we're doing out here. Look what they're wearing, and y'all okay with it. We got grown men staring at little kids, dressing immodest, dressing ungodly, and y'all have no issue with that. Do that again. Do not prostitute thy daughter. That's how you prostitute your daughter, by having them dress like this in public. To cause her to be a whore. To what? To cause her to be a whore. When you let your kids dress like this in front of grown men, you're causing your kids to be a whore.
I'm telling you, put black behind where she come from, the dirty couch. Go back, learn a lie, black. Until you become a shine black. Welcome back home. I see black devil.
My man. Appreciate that. Hey, what's your nationality, sis? American, right? So you believe in God and the Bible? You ever seen African American in the Bible? Deuteronomy 28. Have y'all ever seen African American? Look at this sign, y'all. This sign. So she said she's African American, right? What about y'all? Huh? American. Is it American native? So native. You'd be from the tribe right here. American Indian, right here. Turn it for her. You'd be from the tribe of Gad. That's what God calls you. That's what our slave master called us, right? But God calls you from the tribe of Gad. What about you? American. So guess what? Y'all are related according to the Bible. We are. Like for me, I'm a Levite from the tribe of so-called Haitian from the tribe of Levi. We are all related, but as a people, we don't see that. Now I'm gonna prove it to you, right? Give me Deuteronomy 28. Just give me 5 minutes of your time.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. When it shall come to pass.
God said. So after God took the Israelites, you familiar with that story? Moses took the Israelites out of Egypt, right? So once he brought them to the wilderness, right? He's giving them laws and commandments. That's what God told Moses to tell Israel, us, read.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
He says, if you don't listen to God, right? Read.
To observe to do all his commandments.
To do what, my brother? What does it say? To do what? What does it say to do? All his commandments. You're paying attention, my sister, right? He says to do all his commandments, read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day. That all these curses.
He says all these curses. All curses is a good thing or a bad thing? It's a bad thing, right? Bad thing, right? So keep reading.
Shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Meaning gonna overtake you as a people, as a race. Look at all people today. Are we blessed people? No, because we live in the worst condition, right? Let's read one of the curses and tell me who else fit this curse. Read.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Now it says cursed shall be in the city. Back then, guess what? We was being sold on auction blocks in the city, right? Today, how are we cursed in the city? We're gonna prove that. Read.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
And cursed shall you be in the field. Back then, what were we doing in the field? The sugar field, the rice field, all that, the coffee plantation. What were we doing? Working, like you said, working like we working today?
No.
Nah, it was hard labor, right?
Oh, well, it's still hard labor.
It is still hard labor. God calls that what? A curse. That's one thing. Now, who else fit that curse? Does everybody fit that curse? Supposedly. So, were they being sold on auction blocks?
No.
No. So even today, we the first fired, last hired. Those are curses according to the Bible. We're going over who the Israelites are, my brother. Where you see your sign right here? Yeah, where you see your sign? Yours. Don't leave, sis. This is the greatest lesson because you didn't even know you from the tribe of Gad, my sister. That's the problem with our people. While we're teaching you who you are according to the Bible. I know you said you're from Judah, right? My brother, which one are you? Judah. You're from Judah also, right? So we just read one curse, right? So far it's only so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American that fits those curse, right? All right, verse 32. Let's read another curse. Read.
Verse 32. Thy sons and
Now it says your sons and your daughters. I know you said you got a daughter, right? It says, and that's your son. It says your son, read.
shall be given unto another people.
Shall be given unto another people. Back then, what happened to?
Sold.
They were sold. Read it again.
Or barter.
Shall be given unto another people.
Is that still happening today?
Yeah.
How?
Sexism.
Okay, but if you don't raise your son according to American society, what can happen?
Go to the system.
So it's gonna be given to another people. Read.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
Meaning you will have no power to get your kids back. And if he gets in the system, isn't it very hard to try to get that kid back? It's very hard. And back then, guess what? You couldn't see your kids at all. That's what happened to our people. And all this, God said, because I know you said it earlier, why is all this curse happening to us? Why? What did God say? If we didn't do what? Obey his commandments. So all this is happening because of we chose disobedience instead of being obedient. Just like your son, if he goes off, I'm sure when he was younger, you discipline him, right? You whoop him. Guess how God whooped us? Because God's not coming physically down here and get a belt and whoop you. How you think God disciplined us? This or disciplinary action. This or disciplinary action. Verse 37.
Verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
It says the Israelites will become an astonishment. Now, what's today's day? What's today according to God?
October 27th.
No, that's the day. According to God, what's today?
What's today?
Yeah. What is it to God? Do you all know? Today is the Lord's Sabbath day. On the Sabbath day, you're supposed to rest. But guess what we're doing as a people? We're doing this on the Lord's Sabbath day. So we still, to this day, doing what? Disobedient God. That's why we on the last days, we're out here to wake up people. Because a lot of us didn't know, right? Because at one point, I didn't know myself. But guess what? When the prophets was teaching, I stopped. I did what like you did. I stopped and I listened and I examined it, right? And then I went back and I researched and I read for myself. So that's what I did. That's why now I'm here to wake up my own people. The same way I was awakened. Read. A proverb, right? So this is an astonishment as a people. A proverb is a wise saying. If you want to hide anything from a black man, put it where?
In the book.
And a book. Is that not true? How many of our people actually read this Bible? Be honest. And I said, I
don't know.
You see, that's what I'm saying. We know we don't, because if we like to read, that proverb wouldn't be there. Oh, black people like watermelon and that's Proverbs. God said, you Israelites, how you doing, my sister? What's your name, my sister? Jada. My name's Orel. So we're going over the curses of what happened to us as a people, and I'm proving that we are the Israelites according to the Bible. And I have a question for these young brothers, and I'm going to show you how destroyed we are as a people. All right? Read. And a byword. And a byword, right? So if I ask you your nationality, what would you say? Black, which is African American. My word is two. African American. That's two white men. Can two white men create black people? Or even have babies? So how are we African American? You gotta ask yourself that. That makes no sense. But guess what? That label even came in the 80s. That means all parents is older than their nationality. That is not our nationality. We are the Israelites according to the Bible. And y'all are from the tribe, the mighty tribe of Judah. Same tribe Jesus Christ came from. That's why we are here to show our people. A byword now. If I ask you, what's your last name?
Rainy.
Huh?
Rainy.
What's your last name? Copley. Guess what? That's not your last name. How you guys have those last names? It's given. And you know how it was given? You know how like you do animals, like if you went on market, that's their honor. They have the fire thing and you stamped it on it. That's how you got your last name. That's how our last name was given to us. So God said, because you don't listen to me, you're gonna be an astonishment, a proverb, and you're gonna go by a byword. That's why today we ask who the Israelites are. Guess what people show? The people in Israel today? Nah. God said the Israelites would be in captivity until Christ returns. So they can't be the real ones, but y'all are the real Jews. Y'all are the Israelites walking to and fro, not knowing your nationality because it was stolen and was beaten out of us. Right? Give me verse 48. Read. So far, all these curses, is that happening to any other race outside of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? Because all other races know their history, know their heritage. The white man knows stuff from the ancient Romans, ancient Greece. They know that. We the ones that don't know it. We.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
You hear that? What this says? We should what?
Serve your enemies.
Serve our enemies, plural. Now, do y'all have enemies? Okay, yes. No. What about you, sis? Do you have enemies? No. So that's the thing. We don't think as a people. That's how we've been so beaten so bad that we don't think we got enemies. But the Bible gonna tell you who the enemies are. Alright, read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
So who sent those enemies against us? God sent them. Why?
To wake you probably.
No, yes, but why? Why else? We read it earlier. Because that's a curse. Because what? We didn't listen to them. Read.
Against in hunger.
And hunger. If you want food, sis, you gotta serve your enemies. And hunger. If you want food, where do you get your groceries? Where do you get your groceries? Who owns Food Line?
I don't know.
What race of people? What race of people? It's the white man. The white man. So guess what? God's calling them what? Your enemies. If you want to, what else? Walmart. All those food that distribute. Even let's say you're a farmer, you grow your food. The seed, you gotta get it. From who? From your enemies. Yeah. So guess what? That's number one. Me.
And in thirst.
And in thirst. You want water, my sister. You want water. Because you say, where do you get your water? Who owns those stores? I put feeding up. Here, what? Who owns them? Is it our people? Nah. God calls them what? Your enemies, read.
And in nakedness.
Now, and in nakedness, right?
Yeah.
The clothes on our backs. And at the time of the tag, it says made in where?
China.
In China. Guess what? It's not just the white men that's your enemies. Guess what? Everybody outside of Israel are your enemies because we have to go to them to serve them. Let's say all people make their own clothes, right? But the textile, where do you have to get the textile? You have to go to that enemy. Those are curses that God said we will serve our enemies. Why? For one simple reason. Why? Because what? We didn't listen to
Yeah, we
commandment.
didn't
Read.
And in what? Of all things.
Hear that, my brother? And in one of all things. If he needs education, you have to go where? Huh? School. Who's over the school? White race of people. White race of people. Okay. Now, if you want driver's license and for him to be able to drive, you have to go where? Get it? Who owns those things? Whatever you need in this society as a people, we are not dependent or self-sufficient. I know we preach economics, but guess what? We are still gonna depend under the white man to survive in this society.
That's right.
God calls them your enemies because we refuse as a people to listen to God. So God said, okay, you don't want to listen to me? Now go listen to your oppressor. Now to go obey them. Just like your son, right? If he don't listen to you after discipline, and he still refuse, at the point, a lot of parents, I'm not saying you, guess what? They're going to kick them out as soon as they're 18. According to the Bible, that's still a child. You're an adult once you become 20, according to the Bible. Guess what? That's what we are. That's how we treat each other because we don't know how to deal according to God's laws with each other. Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
So now listen to this last curse. The last curse, he says, read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
He says he's gonna put a yoke of iron upon your neck. You see that?
Yeah.
That's a yoke of iron. Who did this? The white man. Read.
Until he have destroyed thee.
He says until he has what? Now, question. Are you walking with a yoke of iron on your neck? Am I? Or any of us walking like that? What that mean?
He ain't got us yet.
Huh?
He ain't got us yet.
No, think about it. He says he's gonna put the yoke of iron on your neck until he destroyed you.
Yeah.
So that means what?
I'm destroyed already.
Exactly. Look at us. Look, this is the Sabbath day. We are destroyed as a people. That's why we are no longer, because if you train a dog, right, you put the thing on his neck, a collar on his neck. After a while, he's gonna be, okay, I cannot go past this. That's how they did us. We are like little dogs, because guess what? When the white men do something evil in our community, right? Guess who is the first one to go and protect them? Oh, save the white man. Who does that?
Yeah, police.
Yeah, there is the black people, like the sisters, mostly the sisters, will quick to protect. But if me and you or somebody shot you from your own neighborhood, good, right? Guess what? There's no Black Lives Matter march.
No.
None of that. Until it's the white man that does it.
Yeah.
Do you not see a problem with that? That's a problem. Before you go, I know you're about to go. Last verse. Read. Because so far, that shows what? We are the Israelites according to the Bible, according to the curses. 68. Now, do you think slave ships in the Bible?
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Now it says Egypt again. Egypt means slavery, right? Read.
With ships.
Because in Egypt we was doing what? In Egypt we was doing what? We were slaves. God said, I'm going to bring you into slavery again. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
It says, just like I spoke unto you, I'm going to bring you to slavery again with ships. Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your
He
enemies.
says that because I know they're not teaching that history no more in school. That's why it's important for him to know who he is according to God. And he needs to know his history, his heritage, so he can return back to our true culture. Our true culture is this Bible. He said we will be sold once we get off those ships. Read.
For bondmen
Slave men,
and bondwomen.
slave women,
And no man shall buy you.
and no man shall buy you, meaning no man shall save you. Nat Turner tried, right? You know the story of Nat Turner? Everybody,
Turner, yeah.
all slaves, they all tried. Guess what? They didn't succeed. Harriet Tubman tried. Guess what? They didn't succeed. Because look at us. Look at our people today. Because if they succeeded, guess what? We wouldn't be in this situation.
That's true.
We are in America today to serve our punishment. That's what I want you to learn, my brother. Because guess what? There are a lot of laws that I know how you about to work. There's a lot of laws that shows how to deal with yourself, like moral law. We got civil laws, how me and you should treat each other, right?
Yeah.
We got dietary laws. We cannot eat shrimp, lobsters, crab. But guess what? Oh, people eat those. And then when they got gout or diabetes, they wonder, oh God, please save me. After God told us not to eat certain things, and we choose disobedience after disobedience after disobedience. It's crazy, like only the two of y'all stood by to listen to God's word. A lot of them, guess what? They're so focused on the festivities. They think America's gonna last forever. What empire have lasted long?
None.
Exactly. So guess what? America's on its last legs, brothers and sisters. It's time to repent and return back to your nationality.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. It's nation time.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word